Hi everyone, today we are starting web analytics. Earlier we worked on assumptions as we never had hard data points. Today, however, we have access to enormous data at a relatively low cost. So it tells you each and every demographics of the users, the customer details, navigation of the users, website bounce rate, visits, which cities, which locations the visitors are coming from, how many visitors are coming from date-wise. So it's basically a tool of software which tells you date-wise the overall analytics of a business product. If you say for email template, if you did a email marketing to some customers, you can find the email marketing templates also. If you would be able to find basically what do you call it? If you would be able to find about your blogs analytics, something like that, you would be able to find that also. Plus everything is possible. Yeah, so there are a lot of things which by which you can do observations of your website. You can analyze your data, your customer behavior, analytics about the customers, analytics of your product. Fine, you can find analytics of your blog also. You can find analytics about your Facebook page and so on. Fine.
Yes.
A lot of things are possible. Even Google AdWords can be tracked via Google Analytics. Fine. Mm-hmm. Your YouTube channel, your every single activity whichever related to Google can be tracked, or Google partners. Which are Google partners like AOL.com, like YouTube.com. Fine. Every analytics can be tracked within analytics section. Google Analytics. It's free of cost tool. It's an open source tool basically. What is open source? Which is free of cost. There is no charge for that. So it has been established somewhere around 2000, after 2000 basically, mid or after mid. Web analytics can give brilliant insights with data proof. It is far more easy and effective for online media than any other platform. So web analytics is a phenomenon. Again, I have just told you earlier also, when you say PPC is a big phenomenon. Under PPC, there are many platforms. Under web analytics, there are many platforms. Like Google do have their own, which is Google Analytics. I've been showing you right now. This is Google Analytics.
Yes.
When you talk about for Yahoo or MSN, there is another one. Yahoo Overture. O-V-E-R-T-U-R-E. Overture. It's Yahoo Overture. So,
is it as good as this one?
No, as there is no database. People won't search on Yahoo and MSN as like they search on Google. Yes. If they are searching in Google, that means a lot of analytics are being shown here. You can get accurate analytics in Google because due to the huge search volume. Fine? People use Google, not MSN or Yahoo. Almost 97% of people use Google. Fine? Yes. In China, when you say you want to use Yahoo Overture or Google Analytics, because in China both are because in China Google is banned. They use Baidu, so some Baidu analytics might be there, might be something else. I don't know. I have no idea. Some horse, elephant, cow, might be. I don't know. To understand why people visit your website, what do they do on your website? Do they make money? Yes, might be. Were they happy and satisfied with the time spent on the website? Might be. Time spent on the website, might be. Average time, this is a good time basically. Fine. Yes. 2 minutes per user is a good time basically, if they're spending it. That means they are genuine customers, not the fake customers. Is it so?
Yes.
Yes. What is web analytics? Qualitative and quantitative data measurement, analyzing and reporting your website and competitors. Yes. Continuous improvement, focus on desired outcomes, applicable both online and offline. Yes. It measures, gives you the reports, analyze the data, capitalize it, give you the money.
But I have a question.
Yes.
About the competition. Because I tried to track a little bit how many clicks or visits competitions have. Okay, it's not really good idea, maybe.
There's a difference between the clicks and visits. What are you calling? Please let me have a clarification.
Visits. Don't forget clicks. Good. Visits.
Yes.
And visitors. And there are some kind of, because Google doesn't show you this, But there are kind of softwares online who
What
kind
did you say? Google does not show the visitors or visits?
yes, for your competition, no. They can show
Yes. They
all.
can't show. None of the software would show you, but yes, you can get an idea. Fine, there are a lot of tools where you can get an idea for the competitors also. Like
Yeah.
Alexa.com.
Yes, I know this one.
Many tools. Webconf.com. You can have a look to this. Fine. So you can find almost all the tools of SEO.
Okay.
Every single tool, there is a list, huge list. Fine, there are all links. These all are tools. If you want to find the competitors, what do you call it? Competitors, website visitors, and so on, you can find it. See, Yahoo Overture, MSN Ad Center, Colorzilla is a tool, Mesorite is a plugin for Chrome, HBX Analytics is analytics like Google Analytics, Webalizer is again a tool for analytics, Google AdSense is a syndication program as been told to you earlier, Google Sites is a blogging website, Grubs, Yahoo Pipes, HTML broken links, Google Froggle, Backlink Watch tool. You might be learning this in SEO session. SEO Moz tools, XML sitemaps I've told you, Google Keyword tool. You would be learning in AdWords. Search Engine Land is a new website for SEO and SEM. SEO Moz, fine. Lot of things.
Okay, thank you. I'll take a look.
Google Analytics, Ad Manager, Google Webmaster Central is being integrated to this analytics itself. I think here in acquisition. Matt Cutts is the father of SEO, remember. He works in Google. He is an employee of Google. He is the head of the search marketing team, Matt Cutt. Fine?
Okay.
Clever Stat, SEO Chat Forums, Google Blog, Webmaster Yahoo, World Tracker is again you would be learning in Google AdWords. Zuni is basically like Google AdWords, Google PPC AdWords. Summit Express is a tool where you submit your website. Once you submit your website over here, your website would automatically be submitted to a lot of search engines in order to have a crawl, index, or catch. OS is generally to check who is the owner of the domains. If you would check for infitech.com, I being the owner. Fine?
Okay.
SEO book tool, WordPress, Ning plugins, and so on. So you can find from here. Fine? Yes. Digital analytics is the analysis of qualitative and quantitative data from your business and the competition to drive a continual improvement of the online experience that your customers and potential customers have, which translates to desired outcomes both online and offline. So it's basically the qualitative and quantitative data showing to the user for the competitions with the improvements by seeing your competition, how they are working, how frequently they are working, how they are improving. If by seeing the improvements of the competition, you yourself can improve your business. Various sections on website indicate conversions of qualitative and quantitative analysis. Micro conversions. These micro conversions makes the macro conversions. How? You add a product to the add to cart option. Is it so? So if I would say you use Amazon.com for a t-shirt,
Yes.
a t-shirt buying, fine? You added that particular product to add to cart. Fine? You haven't buy the product, but you added it to the cart. What you did? Was it a macro conversion or a micro conversion?
A micro conversion.
Perfect answer. Once you buy the product, it's being a macro one. That means product done, conversion done, finish. You do have awareness about the product. You have taken action. There is engagement with the customers. Finally, if there is engagement with the query form, with your website, users do the conversion. Then once the conversion being done, what you do? You retain those customers who have once purchased the product. Don't you do this?
Yes, yes. But retention meaning like
Control.
sending newsletters.
Newsletter is being a way. It's not retention. Retention is basically a controlling kind of thing for a customer. But
Yes.
yes, say for ways, you can suggest the way and number of ways to control the users. So once they purchase the product, once they convert it, once the conversion happens, you need to return the you need to do the retention for the customers.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Business objective, measurable outcome. So if your objective is e-commerce, your outcome is to sell products, lead generation, contact information for sales prospect, download newsletters, fill the inquiry booking form, and so on. Fine? Fine?
What is lead generation?
You are a construction owner or you are a real estate owner. So there is a query booking form. As few days back, I was showing a query booking form at the downstairs, the bottom. Fine? If somebody fills the query booking form, that's basically a lead. Lead means customer contacted the business. As simple as that. That's one lead. But the lead does not mean a business because that particular lead has not been converted, have not paid anything yet. Fine? So that is not a conversion, but a lead. Fine? If it's a conversion, that means it's pretty much good for a company.
Okay.
Content publishing, ads shown to visitor. Fine? In some websites. Online info support, help customer find information, branding, awareness, promotion, and engagement. KPI versus metrics. KPI, what is KPI? Key performance indicator. Key performance indicator is the measure that helps you understand how you are doing against a business objective. A metric is any standard of measurement, number of visitors, bounce rate, number of views, and so on, average number of time spent, and so on, the duration on a website. Key performance indicator, how you are performing, and how you are performing, how you would judge? By seeing your business objective.
Yes.
Fine? What's your business objective? Suppose you are having 10 rupees in your pocket, 1 lari in your pocket. Fine? What's your business objective? To have a profit for about 2 laris at least. If you invest 1 lari on a product, what's the business objective is? To achieve more than 1 lari. Is that not your business objective?
Yes, it is to gain more. But
That's
KPI is measured in what?
In terms of metrics, in terms of the things which you do to promote a business. It's basically the modules, it's basically the tasks, it's basically the work which you perform in order to achieve your business objective, the goal, the aim, the thought. Fine?
Yeah.
How you would achieve it? If you have a product, how you would achieve your KPI? By promoting a product, by branding a product, make awareness, people buy a product. If they would buy, you would surely achieve your KPI. Fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Attributes of KPI, it must be simple and precise. It must be relevant. It must be time bound. It must be instantly useful, of course. Examples of KPI: conversion rate, average order value, work completion rate, average CPA. Fine. So examples of KPI. What is conversion rate? Now let me know if that example of KPI or not.
Yes, it is. Because
number second, average order value, is it example or not? What's the average order value? You purchased a bread. So if there is an MRP for a bread or a jam, fine, or something like that, that's the average order value. You need to basically have the order value, this much of amount you need to sell, this much of figures you need to sell the bread, this much of figures you need to sell the jam. Fine, average order value.
Okay.
Work completion rate.
But this average order value has to be increasing. That's an example of a KPI. If it's ever, I don't understand.
Perfect. Very good. Yes. If you achieve the target, definitely it would increase. But if you won't achieve the target, do you think somebody the hell person would increase it?
No. course
If
not.
since almost about 10 years you are not achieving your target, would the hell boss would increase your target or not? If he's increasing the target, that means kick on his ass and fire him from the company at the moment. Fine, because the target is not being achieved, man, since almost about 10 years. How it can be done? Without having a proper strategy, it can't be achieved. Either change your strategy or else just stop making your targets when there is no search volume. Work completion rate. Just complete your work. That's a rate. Yes, KPI. Under how much time you complete your work. That's key performance indicator. Average CPA. Your boss says to you, Valentina, for how much you have purchased this bread? She says, oh, okay, sir, I've been very sorry. I've purchased this bread for about 1 lari. It was too much costly. Your boss would first of all scold you. What he would say to you? He would say to you, you basically a silly person, man. Like, why you haven't negotiated the bread further? It was 1 lari. You must negotiate it further to about even less than 1 lari. What next time you would do? You would negotiate to the seller over there, to the grocer basically, and you would get it from less than 1 lari. That's average CPA, cost per acquisition, cost per action. In a simple manner, when you calculate the average CPA for a product in Google AdWords, that's the average CPA, key performance indicator. For every order, how much you are costing. Suppose one keyword, suppose you are having Google AdWords for Amazon.com or t-shirts. You lost 1 lari for just one single keyword when you are using CPA module. Fine? Your boss would have seen. He got angry. His face has become red, totally red. Even Apple can't be so much red. Fine? What he would do? He would first of all scold you and says to you, orders you basically to make it even less than 1 lari. Would you do it or not?
How can I do it? It doesn't depend on me.
We are Google AdWords.
If the Google AdWords is giving me a price for keyword, what will I negotiate?
If Google is giving you the price of 1 lari for that particular keyword, you need to negotiate it.
Really? Can you negotiate with Google?
Yes, every single person do it when they are using Google AdWords. There are filters basically. So future classes would be telling you how to negotiate with the Google bids. Fine? So if Google is saying, if Google is pretending somewhere around 2 lari for one keyword, you can negotiate with Google bids. Instead of 2 laris, if Google is showing 2 laris, you can bid for even more, less than half, which is 0.8 laris, 0.9 laris. Fine? It can be done. Either if you don't want to negotiate with Google, what second option you would do? You would optimize a landing page. Better. Crispy one. So that people would come on a landing page, and if they would come on a landing page, they would read the content, they would find an interest, buy the product. If they would buy the product, your history of the campaign would become good. Your keywords would become good. If history is good, overall Google account is good. Fine? So that history would make your keywords score good. Remember, if your keywords score are good, then you need to bid less. Even if Google is saying 2 lari, if your overall account history is good, that means there is no need for you to bid 2 laris. Even less than 1 lari is possible for you. Understood or not?
Okay, so the better your position in organic search, the less.
Depends. I have told you multiple times, better position depends on landing page design, crispy, CTF, call to action you have mentioned, if you are giving any discount on a product, how many users are coming, competition depending on the cities, competition depending on the states, countries, relevance to the keyword of the ad copy relevance to the landing page design, and so on. Fine, I just kept telling you.
But basically, if your search results in organic search are better, then you pay less for.
So that is what the future session is all about, Valentina. So I hope like we can keep all the queries gathered for that time. Fine, because I'm sure like if I would tell you here, you won't be making yourself to understand it properly. Fine?
Okay.
If I would start the basics for Google AdWords, there would be each and every clarification for you guys. Fine? Okay, perfect. Measurement analysis, segmentation. What is segmentation? You segment a particular category. Fine?
Yeah.
If you have a database of a customer, mixed database, Some people want sample papers. How you would bifurcate it, segment it?
You can segment it by a
Categories, education, fine.
by countries, by sex, by what platform
Okay.
are they using.
Yes, perfect. So if they are saying if they need sample papers, for what purpose they would be using? For education. So if category, in terms of category, segregate education. These people want some electronics, some refrigerators. How you would bifurcate it? You bifurcate electronics separately. You bifurcated education, then given the category of electronics, then this as a sports, then news, then environment, then recreational, then real estate, then IT, and then so on. You categorize, you give a segment, fine? Same with the customers also, you give the segments. Segmentation is basically isolation. Segmentation allows you to isolate and analyze subsets of your data. For example, you might segment your data by marketing channel so that you can see which channel is responsible for an increase in purchases. Drilling down to look at segments of your data helps you understand what caused a change to your aggregate data. Open google.com/analytics. Fine. So have you opened infitec.com?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
So should I go in the analytics?
No, I just want to know whether you have opened customer care, infitec.com or not.
Yes, I did.
You did it, fine. Now let me open it from my computer too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's not becoming. 12, 13. Yes. Yes. Right now, 2 people are visiting my website. Let me view all of them. Both the people are using desktop. Are you two using the desktop?
Yes.
Okay. Both people are on the home page. Answer is yes.
Yes.
Now this is a concern point. Let me see the locations then. One is from Georgia. Second is one from India. It's me, and I believe it's you.
Yes, I also believe so.
I think this one.
Yes.
So why you are not saying? I was just confirming it. Fine.
No, I was saying it.
This is what?
This
So
is
guys,
the capital of Georgia.
yes. So you can have a look on real-time analysis, real-time analytics. Fine. You can see that also. You can predict anything. You can see real-time conversions also, which all conversions are happening. How many people are filling the form in infitec.com. So if you fill the inquiry form over here, fine, and once you click on submit, it would be tracked over here. And instead of 0, it would become 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, no conversions happened. Okay, I was telling you segmentation. Okay. Go to segments. I've already created it. Fine. Shall I delete it? Okay. You want to segment your analytics so that you can check the various so that you can analyze the data. What you want to segment? Suppose you are a owner of Amazon.com. What you would be having in your mind? What you want to search? What you want to track? Analyze.
Everything. Age, gender, language.
So this time you want to search how many people from 25 to 34 age group are coming to your website. Fine. Once you save it under the name of horse, elephant or cow, it would be saved. So there is a separate graph which tells you every time under this age group, this much of people are coming. Fine?
But how does Google Analytics know that?
Via Google Analytics Gmail profile whenever you have created. Number 1. Number 2, Google Plus profile. Number 3, if you have used a Gmail. Number 4, Orkut.com. Number 5, any Google product whichever you have used whenever you have given the age group of yours. Fine?
But if I haven't used, they can't know.
If you haven't used, that's your bad luck. Fine?
No.
And it's bad luck of Google too.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
it's not finding the data of yours. But generally, there are a lot of filters which track from n number of things. Fine?
Okay.
That's again a brilliancy of Google Analytics to track each and everything whenever you've been coming around. Remember.
Got it.
Your gender, your location, if you want to track how many people use US, English, United States, and click on save, giving the segment name, horse. You would be able to track each and everything under this segment. So whenever you would go, fine. So when you go to audience, overview, you've been seeing the overview. So there would be second line in orange color if you define the segment. So this is the overall session, overall visitors, which being told over here. Second line would be in orange or some different color, which tells you under the age of 24 to 35 age group how many people are coming every single day. Fine?
Yes.
You can filter it via hourly, daily, week, monthly basis. You can download the report also. It's up to you. You can add segment from here also. The same thing. Fine? You can export it from here. If you want to save this data on offline, you can save it from here. If you want to share it somewhere, you can share it also. Examples, you can segment your data by date and time to compare how users who visit your site or on certain days of the week or certain hours of the day behave differently. You can segment your data by device to compare user performance on desktops, tablets, and mobile phones. You can segment by marketing channels to compare difference in performance for various marketing activities. You can segment by geography to determine which countries, regions, or cities perform the best. And you can segment by customer characteristics like repeat customers as first-time customers to help you understand what drives users to become loyal customers. And the answer is yes. Like this. See, there are 3 different lines. So they have made 2 segments. One was blue one. This one is orange color. This one is green color. So they have defined elderlies. That means they might have given some age group in segment. This is Indian male. So they might have given the age, the gender. Fine?
Okay.
Segments represent either subsets of sessions or subsets of users. For example, all sessions originating from a campaign A, all sessions during which a purchase occurred. For example, subsets of users, for example, users who have previously purchased, users who added items to their shopping cart but did not complete a purchase. So that segment would also get tracked how many people have not completed a purchase but added an item to a shopping cart via analytics. This would be the graph. The blue one is separate, green color one is separate. It's a comparison basically. And this orange color would be again a separate. So normal one, this is elderlies, this was Indian males. Now again for page sessions. This is for visitors, this is for pages per session, bounce rate, and so on. So guys, like today's assignment would be to create a segment from your own Google Analytics account. If you are not having Google Analytics account, just go to google.com/analytics, open a particular account, add infitech.com to analytics account, or else add a blog, any website name. Better to add infitech.com. Fine, and then add the segment over there. That's your assignment. I think like this is somewhat which takes time because this is somewhat practical based. Fine. Thanks a lot and have a nice night.